again. Now we're ready. Take three.
Everything's working now. We're good.
Take two interactive.
Good reference.
That's such a dumb
Good
reference. That's such a dumb reference. I feel like an elephant has walked through the room and we must address it.
Yeah, me too.
Like, I think for us to have effort that's kind of minimum, we have to address this elephant.
Yeah. What's the elephant?
Do you want to address it?
I'll let you address it.
I'll slide that to you real quick.
Can I be honest? I don't know what you're referring
Ah,
to.
okay,
So
no, nothing. I'm just messing with you. Yeah, no, Zach, you were talking about a certain movie that we saw recently that we loved.
a golden.
Yeah,
a
a really,
golden
really
movie.
good one called Lee Cronin's The Mummy.
Oh man,
Tell me-
it just gets me
It
going.
gives
Tell
me
me about
shivers
this
talking
movie,
about it.
Zach. Tell me about how you felt about this movie.
No, all jokes aside, it was like probably the worst movie of the year.
Genuinely.
Actually, I don't want to get too off track, but you guys haven't seen this, but I went and watched Passenger as well,
Oh,
which has like I had a lot of hype for. The trailer looked really good, and the movie just flopped for me.
Yeah, it's okay. Really
But-
disappointing.
the
That one's-
trailers didn't look that
I
good to
still
me.
think that movie was slightly more of a fun watch than Lee Cronin's The Mummy.
I low-key didn't even like the trailers. Because it
Really?
started off with like saying like every year 1 point
you want
something
Passenger?
million ghost on a road trip.
Yeah,
And then like
I thought that was intriguing. That got me excited.
so let me guess, it's just a road trip that they get like it's haunted or something.
Yeah, am I spoiling it here?
I don't. I literally, yeah, dude.
Because I mean, you just spoiled.
I'm-
the
I probably won't.
Oh,
watch
but I
it.
didn't. Was I right about that?
I mean, that's pretty much what happened.
Okay, see, that does not sound that very. Okay, but you said that was better than Lee Cronin's The Mummy.
I mean, they were both pretty bad, but I mean, I'd have to say it was pretty similar in terms of like how much I enjoyed it. I think Lee Cronin's The Mummy.
I feel like it was kind of entertaining, for like because it was so bad.
Yeah, and it was fun that we were all there watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just laughing. I was just
Yeah.
giggling
I mean,
the
I
entire
think
time.
it was
I think
fun.
the best part of that movie was clowning on it for an hour after we watched it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Like I've seen other mummy movies, like the one with Brendan Fraser, and that one's kind of like more of like a. It's not. It's kind of that one's like more lighthearted.
Yeah.
As like a mummy movie. But like this one, like I don't know why Lee Cronin decided he wanted to stamp his name on this project because honestly, it wasn't good at all. And then he's like doing the next Evil Dead movie, Lee Cronin's Evil Dead or whatever.
He's doing Burn.
No.
He's not doing Burn. He did Rise.
No, but the upcoming one he is doing as well.
He's not doing Burn, I don't think.
Hey Bradley, can you look this up for
Hey,
me real
guy in
quick?
the chair.
Hey Bradley,
Who's
can
directing Evil Dead Burn?
Evil Dead.
Bradley in the booth.
We got our.
I thought it was Lee Cronin,
He's actually
I don't
just in
think
a
it's Lee
camping.
Cronin. He did
championship.
Rise.
the one that's coming up, the ones that's gonna be out. Like I don't know, whenever.
Yeah, but while he's looking that up, it was not a good movie.
Yeah,
It was the CGI was trash. That scene with the
Yes.
grandma getting eaten by the wolves, or like when the wolves are out in front of the gate and they can't leave, it looked like CGI from like 1995.
Bradley,
Genuinely,
who's
like,
Bradley
who's,
found-
copy-pasted
who's
Bradley
from
found
directing?
something.
Who's directing Evil Dead Burn?
Well, there's a couple like the most recent. First I have Alex Turner from 2004, but I think
The one that's coming out this year, so 2026 Evil Dead.
Sebastian Venci.
I was
It's
right.
got like some. It's not English.
There's multiple. I thought that. Yeah.
And then
but it's
then
got-
who directed Evil Dead Rise, which
Dead
came out in like
Rise.
2022 or 23.
I actually do think. Now that I'm thinking about
It's
it,
Lee
yeah,
Cronin.
you are right. You
Well,
are.
Oh, now that I really think about it, you're
Yeah,
right.
you probably
Lee
were.
Cronin.
Wow.
Thank you, guy in the chair. Thank you.
Guy in the chair.
Hayden, what did you rate the Mummy on Letterboxd?
Oh, I don't remember. I think it was like a 2.5 stars.
That's below average. Average is 2.7.
Wow.
2.7 on Letterboxd.
I was. That is rare for me. I'm usually higher on movies than the.
Everyone knows that if you want serious reviews, go to Letterboxd.
Guy in the chair. I actually have a project for you now that we're on the
Guy in the
subject.
chair.
guy in the chair.
Bradley doesn't have a name. You're just guy in the chair.
Bradley, could you actually look at a few of those letterbox reviews for Lee Cronin's The Mummy? Now I'm
Oh
kinda-
wait, give
yeah.
us some. Give
Yeah,
us
I want
some.
you to. Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
idea.
I think we should react to some of these and see what
Wow.
we think, and then maybe we'll go on to some other movies.
Wow, that's a really good idea.
This
I
is
like
the
that.
minimum. This is the minimum effort we're talking about.
Yeah,
This is just the
yeah.
minimum.
Yeah, taking other people's ideas and just regurgitating them.
Very good. Yes, nothing's original anymore.
Well, I gotta log into.
Yeah, that like
Hold on.
my login should be saved.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's not.
I have to enter your.
Are there any
password
other
to-
particular
I have to enter your
movies?
password
Oh, I'm sorry.
Say your
to
password out
log
loud.
in.
Text
Should
me.
I say it out loud?
We'll
No,
cut this
just
out.
just go
Okay, I'll go put
just
it. In.
go in real quick.
Cut.
And then
No, we don't have to cut. Just keep
Bradley,
talking.
guy in the chair. Just find the funniest ones, or the ones that are most interesting about it. Because honestly, there's not going to be a single person who reviewed it seriously.
Yeah, I'm really interested
Okay,
to see
or
how.
sign
I,
it now.
Lee Cronin's The Mummy was a phenomenal film
Can
that
you
was
sort the-
groundbreaking for the industry.
I want to see like the high rated reviews and see. And
I
react to
wonder if
those.
people might rate it high just because they had kind of the same like or similar reaction we did, which was kind of funny.
Yeah, it's hard to
Yeah.
even like. I honestly forget like
I'll get the
probably a
3
solid
stars.
50% of that movie right now. Like it's blinking just because it's been a while and
Yeah,
there wasn't
Well,
much to remember.
there was just
Like,
nothing remarkable.
I
about
don't
It.
understand like it was in the movie their daughter gets abducted by the mummy lady or whatever, the one who's protecting this evil darkness or whatever, and then like their daughter goes missing for years. They find her
yeah, years.
in a
definitely.
a coffin. What?
Yeah, years. I was saying years.
Yeah,
She was gone
years.
for.
Like
Which is
multi-
already crazy.
yeah, and they find her in a coffin that like dates back like like back in Egyptian
Oh, yeah.
times, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, we found
Oh,
your
yeah.
daughter," and they see her, they find her, and then like they're like, "Yeah, our daughter's all good." When she looks like,
Yeah, that was the whole thing.
Yeah.
That she was like,
I'm not gonna, I won't, I don't know like if I should say this, but if it was my daughter, I don't know if I would claim her.
Wow.
Just for the
Wow.
dude, she was like
That's
mummified,
crazy.
dude. She was not, bro. If you see the movie, you'll be like, holy cow, like. They let her stay with them for way
Well,
too
I
long,
think-
and they just were so. I understand it's their daughter, so they want to like realistically, like you want to like hold on to hope that like
yeah.
she's gonna be normal, but then like
Well, I
there
think
was
she
so
should
many
have stayed in the
things.
hospital, right?
Yeah, there's
Should have
let her
stayed
go.
Like,
That sh-
They were like, yeah. So we found this girl in this coffin. You know, she just needs love.
Yeah.
She just needs hugs and kisses.
honey, like our daughter's like climbing on the walls and growling, like just give her hugs and kisses.
The worst part about the hospital thing too, now that I remember, is like we're like, oh, you know, she's a little messed up, but like vitals wise, she's really healthy. Like, and it's just like, are you serious?
also,
Like,
I'm pretty
she
sure like the
looked-
mom or dad listened to her heart, and it was like not normal.
Yeah,
like,
it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh,
like, what are you talking about?
everything's all good. Her arms are all crooked. Like, oh yeah, hugs and kisses will straighten them out.
Yep.
Don't worry.
It was a stupid movie.
Yeah.
Do we have any good reviews, Bradley?
All right, I got 4.
All right.
Oh,
Four-
here we
four
go.
ones. There's a lot of reviews.
It was very good.
All right, so I'll start off with a 3-star. A
Okay.
3-star review someone sent off. Here, all right, by the Inkman 27. Lee Cronin's The Mummy. From the moment I saw the way the parents were transporting the girl in her wheelchair up the stairs, I knew that a lot of bullshit was about to come.
I forgot about that scene of
Dragging
them
her?
dragging
Yeah.
her up the
It's like,
stairs.
yes.
Was insane.
And they just didn't stop.
P.S. The grandma didn't deserve that kind of treatment at all in this whole movie. Like, that lady baked her 8 cakes, and this is what she gets.
Yeah.
I even after the daughter like attacked the grandma, they were so like, oh no, like she.
Like,
just,
oh,
like,
she just needs hugs and kisses.
She's rubbing her leg on the
Yeah.
funeral.
Oh my
gosh.
goodness.
Yeah.
And I forgot about that part.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
mummified zombie version of her, and she's like, what does she say?
Yeah.
She like, it's like the grandma. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like,
And, like,
taste this or something?
Yeah, taste this or something.
Yeah.
And then like when she eats the deviled eggs and like throws them up or something, like what happened with that?
I don't know.
See, I
Oh,
like
my
I think
goodness.
a part of me like threw those memories out because I don't remember them. I have to think really hard.
It's
Now-
coming
No
back to me.
redeemable-
But now,
qualities.
Rich, like now that now we're talking about it again, it made
The
me
gears are turning.
realize again that the movie was just disgusting. Like it was, there was a
Yeah.
lot of gross parts.
I think that was probably the strongest part. Was like the visual of the mummy was like not bad. That was
bad compared to the other.
The budget was
CGI.
put into
Yeah.
everything but the story
Yeah,
and
yeah,
the characters and
exactly,
all
yeah.
that stuff.
all the stuff that actually matters.
Yeah. All right, Bradley. What's the next review?
All right, this one is from Goob42.
Goob.
It's a 1-star review. This
Ooh.
film was made for me to hate it. Hate the extreme close-up style. Hate how it isn't scary and resorts to gore, which is just nasty. Hate the cliche plot. That makes no sense.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
that's
pretty just.
that's
That's
a very
pretty-
concise way. Of,
Yeah.
Yeah, here,
I like
there's
that.
More.
Do you have any like good reviews? Like
Like,
anybody
yeah,
that like
people who
loved
have
this
This
Look,
movie?
person gave it a 59 out of 100. That's they
Oh,
said in their thing. 3-star review. All right, bear with me here.
Mm-hmm.
It's honestly insane how badly Lee Cronin's The Mummy wants to be an Evil Dead Rise style movie. You can feel Lee Cronin's fingerprints all over it, and for a while that actually works. I enjoyed the first half quite a bit more than the second because it focuses on the smaller, more intimate horror elements instead of constantly trying to escalate the spectacle.
Mm.
The movie is at its best when it's centered on the creepy girl and the family dynamic surrounding her. Watching this family attempts to adjust to what's happening while dealing with their own issues creates a lot of tension that makes the early sections effective. There are also a handful of genuinely uncomfortable horror moments and some great gross out effects that reminded me of why Cronin is such a good fit for this kind of material. Unfortunately, the further the movie goes, the more it starts to feel like a modern The Conjuring sequel. The horror slowly gives way to bigger action sequences, louder set pieces, and supernatural confrontations that sometimes feel closer to a superhero movie more than a mummy movie. By the third act, it's leaning so heavily into familiar horror formulas that a lot of what made the setup interesting gets lost. There's enough creepy imagery and tense moments to keep it entertaining, but too many generic horror tropes keep it from being something memorable.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think that's a pretty.
Yeah, that guy broke down the film act by act.
I like what he said about the like it feeling like a superhero movie. Because now that I think about it, I think that is kind of it was just a ridiculous superhero movie.
Also, I now remember reading some reviews at the time, and people were comparing it to like Evil Dead, and that makes sense. Because,
Yeah, it felt exactly like
yeah. My favorite scene was when like the sister's like brother like goes to the door or whatever, and like the mummy girl like sticks her tongue under the door and
Yes.
like I want to taste those little piggies or
Yeah.
something.
That
Just
Yeah,
I'm
I
sorry,
remember
like
that.
there's
That
nothing that's just like what am I watching?
Yeah.
Like if we weren't all together and I was by myself, I'd probably walk out the theater right there. like that is just
Yeah, that
terrible.
was bad.
I don't know.
Do you have any more? Or is that the last one?
There's one more.
Okay.
By Ash. 1 star. Directors should bury themselves in that coffin for eternity.
True.
That's funny.
Yeah,
I don't know how
that's good.
you make a movie like that and people give you more work.
Well, I think from my understanding, like you never know if a movie's actually going to be good, and when they put all this money into it, they're just like release it anyways. We'll get some of the like they know that the movie is bad when they're releasing it, but there's nothing they can do at that point.
And at the end of the day, too, like they're just trying to make money. So like if it
Yeah.
it doesn't. I mean,
It's better for them to recoup some money than it to be a total loss.
yeah. Well, talking about money,
Hey.
there was a certain film that we watched that recouped their money and more.
and more and more and more.
and more and more and more.
More on the third weekend than the second
Yes,
weekend, and
and
more on the
that
second
was-
weekend than the first.
Yes, and that movie was Obsession, which we went to go see, and when there's a movie that's like when there's a movie that there's a lot of hype for, and everyone's saying, "Oh my gosh, it's movie of the year! You gotta go see it." Like part of you at first is like, "Oh, do you really believe the hype?" But then you
Yeah.
go see the movie, and you're like, "Holy cow!" And the expectations you set like exceeded those expectations, and you're in the pool of everyone who's it's fantastic. It's amazing because it really is. Bradley, I want you to, for Obsession, if you can, could you look up the box office numbers for Obsession right now?
Ooh.
Because we've already talked about this
Yeah.
before, but Obsession was made off of a budget of $750,000, and the last time we
In
checked,
20 days of shooting.
yeah, in 20 days, of shooting is
That's almost
crazy.
crazier
Yeah.
to me than the
Yeah.
budget.
Yeah, and last time I checked, they reached $100 million back.
I think
I'm wondering
the
what
last time I saw
Oh.
it's 150.
It's higher now.
what's
Has grossed over 161 million.
Oh my
Jeez
goodness.
Louise.
Insane.
On a budget of $750,000.
Dude.
44.8 million internationally.
Oh my goodness.
See, it just makes me like so happy too because
Put that
I mean,
put that
I
mic
heard
closer to your
since
face, boy.
CT,
You keep pitching with the mic, bro. I see you over
especially
there.
especially after watching like a few of the movies like we just mentioned, Lee Cronin's The Mummy. Like movies are starting to feel really like the only way I can describe it is like corporate
Well,
and like
and horror
Yeah.
movies, to be
Horror
more
movies
specific,
especially.
like they're not very creative.
no,
Like they're not.
exactly.
They don't feel like they're like. There's a lot of care put into
But-
them. Like they're built on cheesy,
Yeah.
corny, predictable jump scares.
Exactly. That
And this month we've had 2 horror movies that have kind of broken out of
Yeah,
that.
we
Yeah.
did. We talked about Backrooms, but we didn't have a chance to talk
Really
really about Obsession and
in
going
depth,
deep
yeah.
about Obsession.
yeah.
But I think the general consensus with all of us is that
Good job.
thank you, big word, that we all loved it, and
Yeah.
any expectations that we set exceeded them.
It was
Oh,
my
yeah.
it was my favorite movie of the year by
Oh, for
far.
sure.
And it might be my
100%.
I mean, I've seen a good amount of horror movies and it might be my favorite horror movie.
Oh yeah,
Like
I-
hands down.
yeah. I think I might be in the same boat as well. It's definitely my favorite one as of recent, and I know we talked about it a little bit. You know, like I said, like a little surface level, but it's been one of the first. And more recent horror films that actually got me scared and actually
Yeah.
like jumped down my seat
Yeah.
Yes.
for some of the parts. And like the movie did a great job about like keeping it tense all hour and 48 minutes.
And the jump scares not being cheap.
Oh yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I feel like I watched it the other day.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of jump scares in that movie, and like one of them got me, but it's
Yeah.
just so cheap.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. But yeah, no, we can also just talk about our favorite parts, but I think I loved everything about it,
Yeah.
but specifically the story. The story was so interesting,
And I think that is what elevated this movie
Yeah.
to such a high degree, and why
Yeah.
it's doing so good is because all of the horror elements are insane. They're
Yeah.
so good, but it actually had a compelling
Yeah.
story. I actually cared about the characters, and it wasn't just being scared to be scared.
yeah.
Yeah.
And two, there was something cool about like a Wish movie. Like I think we talked about it too. Like there hasn't been a lot of movies or horror movies that are built on this concept of a wish gone wrong.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily an original idea, but it's an idea
Well,
that hasn't been really expanded
It's
on.
even more than that too, because it's the whole concept of like taking away someone's free will for the sake of your gratification.
Yeah.
So like, you know, you don't really think about it with wishes like this because you know you've seen it in media and like other ways, like you know, like you should make a wish for something or someone to love you, and like they've never really capitalized on this idea of like taking that means you're taking away this person's free will,
Yeah.
and it's like really terrifying. Like even that concept alone, like you immediately turn it into a really scary subject, and then all you have to do to build off that is just build a plot, and they did it really well.
Yeah.
And the movie just felt real. The characters felt like while they didn't do too much backstory, which I think was perfect, they didn't waste too much time on it. You still very quickly started to relate to these characters in certain ways
You
because
knew them.
it's just
Yeah.
like their emotions felt so realistic to me. Like looking at Bear, like, you know, there's a lot of different things that was going on with him, like whether or not he was the villain of the whole story, all this and
Yeah.
that. But regardless, in the moments, I felt like what really stuck out to me was just his reactions to the things that were happening. Like it felt like I was watching someone go through shock.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what that's why I thought it was really, really well done. Like,
yeah.
Going back to that conversation about free will, one of the most interesting parts to me, that scene of him in the car after a lot of stuff had transpired, and he calls the number on the One Wish Willow hotline, yeah, and it's the guy like basically leading him on, like,
Which
you
I
know,
heard-
like you can't alter it. That's Curry Barker.
It's Curry Barker,
Yeah, it's
right?
It's
Okay.
a Curry Barker.
I
thing,
like
yeah.
heard it when I was
Yeah.
when I first watched the movie. I was like, I almost like just I didn't know what he sounded like, but I was
Yeah.
almost like, oh, I bet that's the director. Like,
Yeah.
why wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll let you continue. But I was like, yeah, I
Yeah.
figured that was him.
And he gets to the point. He gets to the point to where he basically says, like, you know, it is your moral, like, obligation to stay with this girl.
Yeah.
And I think that's really interesting because I think there's two sides to that coin. Either you stay with this girl and, like,
you suffer through.
and
it.
you
live
suffer
with the
through
wish
it
you made.
because of the
Yeah.
wish that you
Yeah.
made, or you kill yourself
It's
to
like a-
let this wish go.
Yeah.
And to me, my instant reaction and what I still feel is like, if I am in that position, I'm killing myself because like that was my fault.
Yeah.
I'm letting this girl go.
Yeah.
Like,
In the end, she's gonna suffer.
yeah, in the end, she's gonna suffer anyways. But at least she's not suffering like
Yeah.
being possessed.
It's like it's like a very, very, very extreme example of codependency. Like this
Very
entire
extreme.
movie.
yes. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
I think that was
Unhealthy.
Yeah.
the whole
It's like
main point.
it's a very extreme way to show off what a healthy
Yeah.
relationship
Yeah.
looks
And
like.
I feel like we're kind of like teetering on this subject because I was talking to this with, I think it was yesterday with Maddie, and it was about obsession and the wish. And it was like the idea of trying to figure out, it was kind of a profound thought. So I was having a hard time like putting it into words. I couldn't really explain like what I was thinking. But the best way to describe it was like understanding like, okay, how does this wish work? Is it really based off of like what you say? Or is it more or less also rooted in like your intentions when you're saying it?
like how you feel.
Because
with it.
like a lot of people, I read like Instagram comments and like Instagram theories, and I just kind of like gathering my own thoughts. Like in a way, you could almost say that like Bear was so obsessed with Nikki, like to where like he made this wish, and maybe at the time when he was saying it, he didn't think anything would happen, but because of sort of like this like profound like obsession that he has with her, it made the wish go haywire.
Yeah.
Like because, so like not only is it what you're saying, but it's also your intentions when you're doing it. Now,
And-
where I think my theory falls a little short is when we look at Ian's scene when he makes the wish.
Yeah, he's just
he
super
did not
weird.
care. He
Yeah,
was
he's
so
very
nonchalant.
sarcastic. I wish
Yeah.
for $1 billion.
But I'm like,
Yeah.
maybe his wish went so haywire not only because he wished she was super obsessed with him, but he was so like caught up in it too. Like
Yeah.
like his emotions after kind of being rejected by her.
yeah,
I think that's really interesting because it kind of seemed like a fleeting comment on a first watch, but she at the beginning was talking about her writing this book, and she said it's not a love story, it's a romance. And I think that to me that is kind of the key to this whole movie, because he, in his response, he said, well, what's the difference?
yeah,
That right there, I think, is understanding who Bear is and what he thinks love is.
Yeah.
It is this crazy obsession.
All the
Yeah.
same to him too.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
love and romance.
yeah.
There's no difference to him.
When we can look at it and be like,
are you
romance is that obsession because
Yeah.
it's a feeling, it's not a choice. But then to me, a love story is like actually like true love, like something that actually
people who serve each
turns
other.
into love.
Yeah. And that's interesting too, because like you see it through the movie. That's why I think Bear is so able to kind of push through the red flags.
Yeah. Like,
Because
he
to
wants
him, he
it.
wants it, and it's no different to him.
Yeah.
Yes.
He can't acknowledge the fact that it's not necessarily Nikki having a free will, that he wished for this and he chose this for her, like the guy said on the phone. With that, like he doesn't see it any difference.
Yeah.
Because he made that comment, like you said.
and there you talked about like him letting certain stuff slide. Like one of the parts that I thought was maybe even kind of funny was that the part where she like puts his dead cat in his sandwich, and he's like, Nikki, like, honey, like, you can't cook the cat,
Yeah.
okay, sweetheart. Okay,
It's
now
him
I'm
pushing through the red flag.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to this party at Liam's, all right? What? She's like screaming through the bathroom. But like that's it. Like and that's why maybe I like your theory about like it's more than just the words. Maybe it's the feeling that like, because I feel like because he really wants it to be true no matter what.
Yeah.
Even if he honestly probably believes that this really isn't Nikki, because even Nikki's like, oh, I could be Nikki. I could try to be Nikki. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, like when she even said like I can't be Nikki, like
Yeah.
she can't.
But he wants it to be real so bad,
Yeah,
and so
exactly.
like that's why I think you're I feel like I agree with your theory, because it is that feeling of like he
Yeah.
wants it so bad, like that's
he's
what
willing to push through.
Yeah.
That it just made everything kind of
and
weird.
even further, you know the part where she's reading the book, she's reading the book upside
Yeah.
down. In the movie, when she's on the couch, she's
like
reading the
when-
books upside down.
Oh,
So it even
really?
implies,
What?
yeah, she's reading
That's
the book
so
upside down.
interesting.
I never
I
knew
didn't
that.
notice that
I
first.
did not notice
But
that.
she's reading the book upside down, so that even more pushes the idea that like
She's a shell of herself.
she's really just trying. It's not Nikki.
Yeah.
It's just trying to be like Nikki.
Okay, so another thing that I heard that on a rewatch I want to see is somebody said that. So you know the whole scene where she's just like smiling at the door, at the
Yeah.
duct tape door,
Yeah.
and she like pees,
Yeah.
and then when we get back, she like has like throw up and
Yeah,
stuff all
yeah.
over. Somebody said there's like bruising around her neck, like the actual Nikki was like trying to kill her.
Oh, well, we see that throughout the whole movie. I think that's why she has the sporadic movements.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's-
yes, 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
and so it's been. I'm sure
Yeah.
that was
The
going
part
on.
where
Well, and
like-
the- yeah.
yeah, the part when she and Bear kiss for the first time, she freaks out, and then when she freaks out the party and puts the glass
Yeah.
ball in her eye,
Yeah,
it's
or
like Nikki
when
trying
she-
to break through.
when she hits, which I've heard two like answers for when it's the final scene and she's dressed up as Sarah and she hits herself with a bridge suddenly. I've heard two theories. One, again, it's just Nikki trying to fight her way out. I've also heard people saying that it's another attempt for Nikki to be more like Sarah because she knew that
Yeah.
Bear had like started developing feelings for her. So what happened to Sarah? She got
Yeah.
her face smashed in with a
Yeah.
brick. So she did that too.
Yeah.
Interesting.
and the wish is that Nikki would love Bear for like forever, or
More than
whatever. So whatever,
more than anyone
whatever
else in
Bear
the world.
loves.
So
I mean,
if
she's
someone
gonna-
else
yeah,
even has a chance to surpass that, she's
Yeah.
gonna do whatever she can.
yeah.
to-
So whatever Bear loves, so she's gonna first try to imitate Nikki, but then, like you said,
Yeah,
she starts as Bear starts falling in love with Sarah. Well, then
Yeah.
like, let me try to be as much like let me try to be as Sarah as much as I can because I need Bear to love me.
Yes.
So it's like I said, it's a very extreme example of like what codependency can be if it
and it's interesting. It's weird because a thought that I've been having too is like, so we've come to the consensus that this isn't Nikki and that it's Nikki trying to fight to get out.
yeah
That's sort of an idea that we come with. So I'm thinking about like this is probably like overthinking. This is not minimum effort right here, but
this is maximum.
it's
effort.
like if you with the One Wish Willow made a wish that involved anyone else, would that same thing happen to them? What if it's like the littlest thing? Would that whole thing where this person who you made a wish that it directly involved with, would this sort of thing happen where the real person's trying to fight to get out, even if it's not something as extreme as Bear's wish? That's why I'm trying to
Like-
understand, how did this happen? And let's think of a wish that affects someone
well,
very
you could
very
say
minimally.
like, oh, I wish my boss wasn't so strict.
Yeah, literally just like
would your
very
boss just be like sucking into this?
now he's starting to like beat himself with bricks. Like
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, the guy at the counter said he made his wish already
yeah.
Yeah,
in the store.
yeah,
But,
Yeah.
but we don't know what it was about.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That brings up a good point. I don't know. I mean, like,
That's why I'm trying to I'm battling with myself. Like, is this still technically Nikki? But it's like two subconsciouses
Yeah.
fighting each other.
I definitely feel like it's just straight up not Nikki. I'm on the boat completely that it isn't Nikki. Obviously, from the phone call, she's somewhere. She's not.
Yeah,
that
that was interesting.
And then whatever is controlling Nikki, and like like we said, there was so many scenes of and blatantly being like, I can't be Nikki, or I'm trying to be Nikki.
yeah.
Like it's just not. It's something trying to be Nikki, and so, and then like we said, and then Nikki jumping in or whatever and acting, in those moments is her trying to break out. So I feel like it's not Nikki. Like it's
Yeah,
It could.
I
be,
would agree.
Yeah. So that's kind of how I'm feeling. That's how I kind of look at it. But
I wanna glaze the production of this movie really quick. But Bradley, do you wanna pull up some reviews of Obsession? Maybe some funny ones. You got some already?
oh my gosh,
Oh, he's
he's
just on it. He's
Bradley,
just on
you
it.
truly are the man. in the chair.
Before we get into that, I want to talk about the lighting in this movie. Just genuinely, I love it so much. All of the ways they use silhouettes on Nikki to obscure her face, and specifically that one scene where she comes back after that first night that they. Sorry.
You're still fidgeting with the
This
mic,
is
Zach.
working, right? I don't mean to cut you off. But...
You are working.
Okay, I'm good. Okay, sorry.
The,
Continue.
man, the guy in the chair said you're working. But
The guy in the chair says you're working.
We're good.
Okay.
All right, continue your thought.
yeah, the lighting, production.
The lighting and that one scene where she comes back in that red dress, and you have like basically most of her face is very barely visible,
Mm-hmm.
and you have that key light in her eyes, and throughout the rest of the movie you see that
Yeah.
in a few places.
Yes.
That is, I love that so much.
And-
That is such a cool piece of
And for having such a low budget, it's just so cool. It looks the way it does.
Yes.
Um,
and the it's not like perfectly square. It's like open gate, so it's a little bit bigger than perfectly square. I love that for the decisions they made with, like, there's not many scenes where it's multiple people in the shot. It's one person and then the other person, like in the same setup but on the other side. I love that decision.
yeah, I really liked the music because they used a couple of songs from
Dude.
Current Joys.
It's so
which
good.
I've been a big fan of Current Joys for a while.
I do
So
like Current Joys.
when I heard like Kids by Current
Yeah.
Joys, like the bedroom pop is just very
While
good.
Sarah getting her face destroyed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was a crazy
It's
scene.
just like I really like that part. I just thought that was sick.
My favorite song is I think it's by Felly.
I
It's
know
the
what you're
one
talking about. Yeah.
the one when she like goes and gives the money to a homeless person. That's my favorite song
Yeah.
from the movie.
Yeah, everything was just fantastic.
The
about it.
song, the like song choices, and then the soundtrack that was made for this.
Mm-hmm.
So
It was really
Also-
creepy but good.
Yeah, were
Yeah.
you talking about the specific scene where like there's a little faint glow in her eyes in the doorway?
yeah.
Yeah, I heard someone say like I don't know. I think you just talked about why they did that, but
Yeah.
I heard someone say that like you can almost create the same effect if like you had like someone's phone camera because like
Oh yeah, it's not
Yeah.
it's not hard. I mean,
because you can have
it
the
is hard, but
you can have the
you
light
just
from
have
your-
to have the right conditions.
yeah you can have like the light from your phone far away and like they couldn't see like the brightness of it, but they could see the reflection of it. So
to have the face be so dark, you have to have the background be so bright.
yeah,
And then but that's why that key light is so easy to get, because it doesn't have to be that bright on
Yeah.
the face.
yeah. Bradley, do you want to read some of the reviews that are out for Obsession?
All right, I'm on Rotten Tomatoes right now.
Very good. Are you gonna do like reviewer ones, like people that like get paid
Or,
to
like-
do it, or just normal
Like
folk?
critics or like
Yeah,
audience.
I think
or
these
both.
people
and-
have written actual reviews, like
Well, we just-
blog posting.
Let's just hear them.
People get paid. I didn't know people. Get
It
paid
doesn't
to
matter. Either
create
or is really
critique
fine.
Reviews.
Yeah.
All right. By Megan Kieran's In Session Film. I think it's the place she works at. It is not an exaggeration whatsoever. As good as the film is, I think Obsession hinges on indie narrative.
Narratives?
Oh, it's the actress's
Oh,
name.
Indy
Indy
Navarrete. Indy
Yeah.
Navarrete.
Never Ready?
Yeah.
Netflix, yeah. Performance, and it's so incredible. Yep, and that's it.
Oh yeah, that's another aspect that
Her
I
acting.
totally meant to bring up.
Yeah.
Her acting is insane.
Yeah.
Like, if she does not get an Oscar nomination, I will be floored.
To be able to
I-
flip a switch like that,
Yeah.
even at the final scene.
The thing
I was
is,
just gonna say that
yeah.
final scene where she goes from like crying as possessed Nikki over the death of Bear, and then
Yeah.
flips the switch to like complete shock of actual
Dude,
Nikki.
funny enough about that specific scene, I saw an interview with Curry Barker. He was talking about that wasn't the original idea.
Yeah,
the
which-
original idea was she was going just to like
Yeah,
offer
she was
stuff.
gonna kill
I
herself.
called that the first time we watched it.
Yeah.
Hayden and I were talking about it, and I was like, I almost expected her to just like
Yeah.
shoot
Oh,
herself
I did
anyways.
too.
Yeah.
I did too.
And that was the original plan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the original plan was she was gonna off herself, but then he was like, so he said that someone suggested, okay, how about like she doesn't or whatever, and so they just did one take.
It's the final one.
Yeah, one take where she just is like doesn't do that and starts crying, and that's the take they used. And
Yeah.
so that even is more insane that is the only take, and it's fantastic.
yeah,
like-
yeah, that was the only take they did
My
of that.
only fear is why maybe she would. I think she could get nominated, but might not win, is because I feel like horror just always gets the short end of the stick at the Oscars.
Historically you're right, but
But
recently,
Sinners did win a lot.
recently it hasn't been
Yeah.
as like overlooked.
Yeah. Bradley, you got more reviews?
I do. All right. And I'm going to ask a question right after it.
Okay.
You'll probably leave Obsession feeling vaguely feverish, slightly nauseous, and deeply annoyed that a former YouTube prank comedian tested the very limits of soiling yourself.
Wow.
In parentheses, they put, "I failed."
So he soiled
Wow.
himself. Okay.
Yeah, you guys' first time watching the movie, what was, like, you left the theater, or like credits roll, and then as you're leaving the theater, what were the thoughts that were going through your head?
I was just kind of like, I had to like stop for a second because Hayden was sitting right by me, and like the entire time, like I was like, I don't know if it was like underlying anxiety because it was just kind of tense all the way through. So I was just kind of like, I was like, holy crap, holy crap, holy crap, and then like the jump scares were intense. So I was just kind of shocked, and even the ending like even made me more shocked because like you start thinking about what's gonna happen to Nikki. Okay, now that like all three of her friends are dead, like we were kind of joking like, yeah, Nikki's going to jail, like she's going to prison,
Yeah,
like she's not
yeah.
gonna see this one now. But I was like, it was just a lot at first.
I saw an interesting comment on that. Somebody was like, "Yeah, she's going to jail until a lawyer like does the one wish will."
yeah, I think I said that too.
in the courtroom and proves that it works.
I wish Nikki was found not guilty.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, how would that work? Like in the middle of the courtroom, you say that? Like then
he
there's, like,
proves that it works.
Yeah. So I remember going out. I've seen it twice, and I had a very similar feeling at the end of both watches, which is why I think it was just so well done. But I remember, especially the first time, just like that movie ends and just feeling like Abe said, like a lot of anxiety, but also just dread, and just I felt terrible.
Yeah.
The way I described it was, I've never gone out of a movie hating the ending so much in such a good way.
Yeah.
Like, like I've never been like, wow, like that was awful, but so well done.
Yeah.
And like I loved it, and like I hated it, but like loved it in the best way. Like
Yeah.
that's the best way to describe it. And it still like stuck with me for a while. I was like, oh, like that whole movie was a solid like hour 45 of just anxiety roller coaster.
Yeah.
Nothing felt like filler. Nothing
Yeah.
felt like it was unneeded. Everything felt significant and like really well done. And it didn't feel short though either, It
Yeah.
didn't feel
Yeah.
rushed. But like every moment was just really good.
And Hayden brought that up too about like not having filler scenes, and every scene just kind of worked together. Every scene had purpose. So,
Every
like,
scene leads into the next.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
That movie is just so emotionally heavy. I mean, honestly, I kind of came out of it feeling like empty.
Yeah,
because it's
literally.
like literally every bit of emotion in me was just taken out and like was just in that movie theater,
yeah.
and I just felt so bad after.
And you saw, I mean, you saw that I freaking like yelled like when
In
Nikki
the-
comes over and bashes Sarah's head in
Yeah.
the school. I literally like went,
Literally,
"Ah,"
you jumped out of your skin and
because
screamed.
I know
Yeah.
you guys when you guys said when you first watched it, you kind of expected it because everything was too good between them or whatever. And Nikki's like,
Yeah.
you're on my left. You were supposed to kiss
Well-
me. I just flat out didn't expect it
Yeah.
whatsoever. I genuinely
Really?
did not think Nikki was gonna come out and kill Sarah. I wasn't even on my conscience, so that's why it was
felt
so
like
effective.
I was waiting for something to happen. I didn't know what was going
I
to happen,
was-
but I was
know,
like,
I wasn't.
I mean, in the back of my mind, I was like, okay, where's Nikki? Like, I'm
Yeah.
so scared of her
Yeah.
right now. But
Literally.
like, I did not expect that to be what happened.
I think that's attributed to my anxiety that I mentioned. I felt like this entire movie, Nikki was constantly breathing down your neck.
Yes.
Unpredictable.
So like literally even when he was at work, like she got the pictures of him, like, which is a whole nother can of worms we won't open right now with the whole like writing she
Yeah.
said, but we'll
The
get
little
into
food
that if
critic.
we want to.
Not
But
really.
yeah, exactly.
What's the verdict?
But like it's almost like the idea that she always knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when he was in the car, it just felt like not a matter of if but when.
Yeah.
And I will say, the second time we watched it with you, it was almost worse, that scene, because, I knew it was coming, but I didn't remember exactly
Yeah.
what line it was at or like when it initiated. So it was almost more anxiety inducing because I'm just waiting on when is she coming through the window. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Like I'm freaking out right now. And I'm like sitting next to Brandon, and I think on my left is you, and I'm like, or Hayden or someone. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, like I don't know when it's coming, but I'm about to like jump out of my seat, and I still jumped out of my
Yeah.
seat. The second
Like I
time.
said, I for me, it was left field. I just was not expecting her to come out and like do that at
Yeah.
all. So that's why it was so effective for me. Like I said, like when we first started this, was that that I haven't seen a horror movie in a long time that has gotten that effect on me. Where I'm literally like, I was looking, not to be a cornball, I was looking kind of shaking during the film. I was, dude,
Yeah.
I've never felt a certain way,
Yeah.
like anxiety wise about a film in a long time, and that movie had me like that. And so when you add on like for that jump scare, where I personally not expecting it whatsoever, like it was fantastic.
Yeah.
Like I just didn't see it.
Have any more reviews, Bradley?
Y'all are catching a lot of them that I've read.
Oh,
Oh,
or
we're
already talking about.
we're reviewing it.
Yeah.
It's
We are-
film by Rua Fei,
Mm-hmm.
Cinemasters. A film where the true villain is brilliantly hidden in plain sight.
Wow.
that's good.
That does bring up a very good point
Yeah.
of like, what do we feel that Bear is the villain of the story? And I know we talked about it a little bit, where I felt that like I feel like Bear is a villain under unforeseen circumstances.
I think it like he starts as the protagonist and then kind of like
Yeah.
turns into the antagonist.
Well, at first you kind of like feel bad for him because it was a wish that he didn't think at the time. First off, he didn't think the One Wish Willow was real, but then second, it wasn't going to have the effects that it did. But then you kind of start shifting a little bit when Bear starts letting certain things slide, that you're like, okay, maybe he isn't like, maybe he isn't really a villain with,
It's kind of that interesting, like,
unforeseen circumstances.
nice guy persona. Like I think Bear is a nice guy,
Yeah.
but I think when he's given, I mean, in simple terms, that power over Nikki,
Mm-hmm.
where like he has her now, he's not gonna let it go.
Well, even when we talked about Zach brought up too, like about like him being so obsessed with Nikki, and so that's also kind of the part of him being kind of the bad guy is
Yeah.
that he's letting things slide so much because at the end of the day he truly wants it to be real, and like even asks Nikki like, do you really love me? Like, is this real? Like, is this real? Like, is this love real?
I
Like,
think that's the interesting thing. Like halfway, 3/4 of the way through, the audience and Bear knows that's not Nikki.
yeah,
Like he knows that this love isn't real.
yeah.
But even at the very end, where he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna finally let this over."
He still tried to.
He still tries
Go
to.
back on
He
it.
gives up. He's like, "I'm not doing this. I'm
Yeah.
gonna make
throw
this
up in
work."
timing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
then-
think the biggest turning point for me that like, which we've talked about this, but it's still important to mention, like, is what caused Bear to be like, okay, like this, yeah, he's like kind of the issue now, is the scene, which was such a small scene, but is honestly probably like the craziest scene in the
Yeah.
movie, is when real Nikki is talking to him while
She's asleep.
she's asleep.
yeah.
Wild stuff. And that's why I'm like, and then he responds with like, I don't remember the exact quote, but like, how hard is it that hard to love me or something like that?
Yeah.
Dude,
Absurd.
'cause- yeah,
because
she-
he
thank
knows
you for bringing up that
at this
scene.
point,
Yeah.
he knows he's talking to the real Nikki. She's asking him to kill her.
Yeah.
And so that already confirms one that she's been suffering.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He says, what is the? Yeah. He's like,
Well-
no. What is so bad about being with me? I think that's
Yeah,
the
it's-
quote.
I think that's it.
That,
and then she responds,
I've never
"Bear,
been
I've never been with you."
oh my gosh, dude.
Yeah.
Chills.
I'm so happy you bring up that scene because that
That might be like
to,
the wildest scene.
yeah, and that adds on to what I said about like in the beginning you're kind of like, oh, you feel bad for him. He's so like a villain, like I said, villain with unforeseen circumstances, not really knowing. Like he didn't really know the gravity of his
Yeah.
wish, but then that scene later in the movie, that's why I said like you start being like, wow, Bear, you actually kind of are the
Yeah.
villain of this story. Like,
It's very subtle.
yeah,
It's not in your face. It doesn't like spoon feed it.
does.
to
Yeah,
you.
yeah. And like we've talked about this so many times about like Trey Barker did like an interview where he said the modern horror fans are not dumb, so let's
Yeah.
not treat them like they're dumb.
Yeah.
And that's a great example. They're not
Yeah.
spoon feeding us these little nods because he even said himself that like true horror fans, like they're very attentive, like they'll notice little things and they'll pick it up, and so stuff like that is
Yeah.
not spoon feeding it. Let us figure out for ourselves. So yeah, I mean, I still feel bad for Bear. Truly, I still feel
Yeah.
bad for him in the end. I really feel bad for Nikki in the end, like really bad, that she has to now
Yeah.
deal with all that stuff. But yeah, honestly, I totally almost forgot about that scene where she's like talking through, like, Nikki being asleep. True Nikki is, saying like,
Yeah, it's just crazy because, I've heard people say, apparently, I saw from something that the directors confirmed, and I don't know how true this is, that Nikki did have a crush on him, and if he never made the wish, and he like went for her, then it would have worked. I don't know if that's true, if that's something that people just made up, but if you watch the movie, it's obviously like, I don't think that's true, and like he just kind of forced everything because that scene when she says she's never been with him, like obviously okay, like this is something that she's not on board with, and she's obviously being pushed against it. I just think there's so many things that should have caused him to like turn around, like okay, like I am doing something wrong. This is not like Nikki does not have free will in this situation. If I truly loved her, then I would look into like any remediation to get this get this to stop.
And then you kind of have to, in that scenario, you also have to kind of discern like the very like one of the very early parts of the movie where she's like talking in the car or whatever, and I've heard people say that like she kind of gives off the vibes that she might have a crush on Bear but won't admit it, and then like Bear kind of just wrecks the whole situation by calling her freaky Nikki or whatever. I'm like, I literally forehead slapped in the movie theater. Dude. I'm like, dude, like why would you do that, dude? But yeah, I mean, with those scenes, you just kind of like with that scene specifically, you kind of just have to discern if Nikki truly had.
Yeah.
But then with that sleeping scene, then you start to think that she probably didn't have a crush on him at all.
I don't know.
Well, because didn't they say too that like Nikki and Ian were like sleeping around too?
Yeah.
So like that also just makes me feel like that's kind of like almost confirms that maybe she really truly never had a thing for Bear, and Bear just wanted it so bad he created this whole mess by himself.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like the car scene, I feel like she acts disappointed
that he doesn't have a crush on her.
That,
when he says that.
Yeah, like he doesn't confess. So I don't know.
Yeah,
you meant like when she asked.
Yeah,
I got the vibe that she was frustrated with him and knew he was trying to flirt with her.
Yeah, that could
and
definitely.
So she like obviously was already angry because she told him that. So she I think she like not to get too over analytical, but she asked him, and then when he said no, I almost feel like she was like ready to like shoot it down. Like, okay, good. Like bye. Like wanted him to know like hey like
just wanted him to say it.
Yeah.
Like, just,
if you
don't just let it out.
Yeah, and then and when he inevitably did, then she could immediately shut it down and make him feel bad.
Yeah,
you can lock in.
Yeah, no, but like I said, like it's I kind of when I think about the movie more, I flip flop between like how I feel about Bear being the villain or whatever of the story because it's tricky. It's really tricky. Was there any more reviews that stuck out to you, Bradley?
Everyone says like the same thing. These are the paid ones.
The paid ones.
These are the paid ones.
Wow.
The people that write blogs and stuff.
Are there any fun Letterboxd reviews?
I'm also very usually like the critics for some movies that like the fans like, the critics like lay into a lot. So sometimes I don't even read I also don't trust anything from IGN. But I don't even know did they review Obsession?
IGN?
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
No,
I mean,
I think it was like an 8 or something.
They probably did,
which is lower than a lot what I've seen.
Yeah, well, IGN makes no sense.
Too much water. You get that reference?
I didn't like the guy's name being Bear. 8 out of 10. Like that's straight up what IGN would do.
It's too dark.
Oh my gosh. All right, we got Abigail. Nobody take this in any way, but Bear looks exactly like if Dave Franco and Charlie Kirk had a baby.
I leaned ahead and said like he looks exactly like Dave Franco.
Someone behind us.
Yeah, the guy behind us said like Charlie Kirk.
Gave him a high five at the end of the movie. It was funny.
Yeah, that was really funny. But we also didn't really all the actors, not just where Indy, how you say
Indy
last name? Indy Neveretti, like all of them were very like kind of like unknown actors and actresses, like, and so like it wasn't like all their debut roles, but like
they all knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, absolutely. So I feel like I'm hoping that there's, especially for Indy, like there's
it kind of seems like she already has been signed on to some projects for some of the things she said.
Curry Barker too. He's signed on to projects.
Anything But Ghosts, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. He's he I read an article. He did an interview the other day, and he said, "You would not believe the franchises I have been offered that he has had to
That is-
turn down."
That's pretty cool.
Like,
I hope like I don't know how to word this. Like maybe I hope like his work doesn't get oversaturated. Like
he
Literally,
said,
that's what I've been.
he
like-
said. He's willing to do some like IP stuff, but he wants to continue doing his original, and
That's what I
Yeah,
really
that's
hope.
and that's great.
and he definitely has proven himself and will have
Yeah,
the funding.
I
now.
think the biggest takeaway that I have from the success of this movie is that budgets need to remain deflated.
yeah.
Because I truly believe in the philosophy that lower budget creates creativity. So
yes,
if you have that, like $750,000, I would have had no idea if you told me. And that's what I mean. Like, it's not about budget; it's about how much passion you have, and
yeah,
like
it's about the people behind
it
it.
almost puts you
Yeah.
in a box too. The force out that creativity.
that's what I mean in
because-
a good way.
Yeah, because if you don't have like a $10 million budget, then like you have to work with what you have, and that's where the creativity comes out. You kind of have to, play around a little bit.
So
with some ideas.
I don't know. I don't want to see another. I mean, what I'm curious. What was the budget for? We talked about it earlier. Let's just go with the Lee Cronin's The Mummy. Did we check
Oh yeah,
that
what
earlier?
was the budget of that?
Yeah, well, let's make some guesses.
I'm gonna say like
I'm gonna say
10 million.
I'm gonna say more than that, bro. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna say 25 million
That was kind of gonna be my guess.
because
was
I think there's
25.
a lot of special effects and a lot of things.
Like I don't know.
I'm gonna go.
I should have
I'm gonna
just.
go 15 mil.
All right, 25,
see.
15, 10.
Oh. 22.
Oh, come
Wow.
on, baby.
22 mil.
Dialed.
So like, what is like what
It
is
made over 90 million though, so.
Yeah.
Really?
that's well I think
That's insane.
Butts were in
that's
seats. I
crazy.
don't know.
Yeah.
People just hurt. I don't know. I mean, we were
The
there.
well, yeah,
marketing.
and
Well, the
the
mummy
the
itself.
the marketing was they put a lot into marketing.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
still, I don't think the point goes away just because they like kind of made money for
Oh.
that movie.
No.
No.
They had a huge, way bigger budget. Like the percentile there is insane, and I mean, let's look at Obsession. I mean, it's at 90 million. So Obsession made over 150 million. Is that what it was?
161 million.
Yeah,
I
off
think
of
he
a
said was how much it made.
$750,000 budget.
That movie's been out for way less time, way smaller budget,
And every weekend it keeps they keep doing better.
way
every
less
weekend.
advertising. I mean, I think it got advertised, but I saw way more Lee Cronin's The Mummy
I think I saw
advertisements.
like one or two commercials, honestly.
Yeah, I
For
only saw
Obsession.
like
Yeah.
posters, and I heard about it through like Instagram. Like, other than that, like
Yeah.
nothing. So obviously, let's not like take away credit from Curry Barker and like the rest of the people who made the movie. Like, they did a great job. But I think we could see more of that if you focus less on money and more on creativity.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like we'd say like not getting oversaturated with IPs.
Yeah,
'cause If
exactly.
you're being offered left and right all these cool things, like just kind of sticking homegrown, sticking with your own
Yeah.
projects. I mean,
Well, and
I think
that proves the type of director he is. Like, he wants to tell his stories.
yeah, and I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with him in the future having a bigger budget.
No,
Oh, no.
I don't think there's anything that
Yeah.
honestly could even in his situation probably will push his creativity even further.
Just don't let it make things get too much easier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I am very excited for anything but Ghosts.
I am very excited.
That seems very, very.
it seems
very
like it has a
know.
really
That's why-
fun cast.
That's why like I even brought up last episode. I brought up Ed and Lorraine Warren because like
Yeah.
about like people that just trick people.
Yeah.
About ghosts are real or whatever, and that's kind of the idea with anything but ghosts.
What's the time looking like, Brewery?
On the camera, Bubba.
7:52.
What, like, how long have we been recording?
58 minutes.
Wow, we're there.
Very
We're
close.
there.
I don't know. We were at like an hour and
It
7
was like an
minutes.
hour, 7
So you
minutes.
want to like
yeah.
rally and trying to close out.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Final thoughts.
Final
Final
thoughts.
thoughts.
There we go.
Final
thoughts.
Bradley,
for-
guy in the
Bradley-
chair. What are your final
Guy in the
thoughts?
chair.
what
what
was
do
your
you think
final
about
thoughts of
Obsession?
Obsession?
on Obsession. Man, probably one of my greatest fears watch somebody watching me sleep.
That
And
scene
that-
was
Oh,
Also, cutting your hair
yeah.
in your sleep.
She cut his hair.
Like how she cut off.
that, sure.
Yeah,
It all goes together.
Yeah.
My biggest fear.
yeah. She looked so uncanny in that scene too.
The makeup.
Well,
was
have you
the
seen
stuff
the
for
makeup?
that.
It's like
'Cause-
super uncanny.
Yeah, well, it looked like she had just been sitting there in the corner, like wincing her face for hours.
Yeah.
Like she was looking so wrinkly and like just not right, and it was genuinely scary. Like I don't think I've ever seen like someone like this actress who's like, you know, kind of innocent looking and like not as threatening looking as like some other like major, like we're talking like major horror icons.
Yeah.
Like let's look at like Michael Myers, Leatherface, like those really big, like scary, intimidating people. She doesn't come across as that, but it's still like terrifying.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Got some
Yeah,
background
no.
on this construction.
Last thought though too is I'm a big fan of practical effects. Huge fan of practical effects. I just think they feel more realistic because they are. They're not made out of a computer and CGI.
Yeah, and they look
like if
good.
they CGI'd her face, I think it would have been like a lot less cool and
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah.
So moral of the story, like make sure you find the right partner that isn't gonna
More of the
Don't
story,
make it bad.
Go to the
Story,
movie
moral of the
theater.
story.
And
don't make it bad
My moral of the
wish.
story,
What's your moral of the story?
and credit goes to my father. Less is more.
Less is more.
Less is more.
That's good. I love Rob.
Shout out to
Love
Rob
him.
Berger.
Shut-
I'm just
Shout-
I'm
You
doxing
just
Rob Berger.
doxed
Shout
Rob
out.
Berger.
I'm doxing Rob Berger. All right.
all right. Anything else you have to say?
We have an audience now. It's time to.
Yeah, I think it's time to end this.
I think it's time to get out of here.
All right.
All right.
That concludes.
All right. Well,
Bye, guys.
All right. That's it.
Thank you.
All right. Should we do like the Family Guy outro?